On behalf of the Senatus Academicus, I welcome you all. Please be seated. I would like to extend a very warm, especially warm welcome to our graduates and to their loved ones joining us in the magnificent setting of the McEwan Hall at the University of Edinburgh. This is a very special day. You've all made it to graduation day. And so, without further ado, I invite the graduation choir, conducted by Morley Whitehead, to start the proceedings with the Gaudiamus Igitur. I would like to thank the choir and Morley Whitehead. By the authority vested in me, I shall now admit to their various degrees and diplomas those whose names are set out in the graduation programme. I call upon Professor Richard Backstrom, Deputy Head of the School of Social and Political Science.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Senatus Academicus, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Stefan Anholt. Zachary Gold. Melina Lee. Logan Mutusami. And in Marketing and Business Analysis, Ramisha Ahmad.
Well done.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and for the award of Certificate in Academic Practice, Marta Bernal Valencia.
Well done. Two awards.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Childhood Practice, Ruth Dodds. Kathleen Royan. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Rebecca Lachenbauer. And in Mental Health in Children and Young People, Psychological Approaches, Anne van Roosendaal. And in Psychology of Mental Health, Conversion, Rose Aher. Grace Keenan. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Sam Schwartzman.
Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honors in law, Al-Johara Al-Saud. Gabrielle Lau. Nicole Leiper. Yasmin Murad. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Alexis Kendall. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Laws in Human Rights, Amir Shabir. And in International Commercial Law and Practice, Ian Stevenson. And in law, Hugo Brennan. And in medical law and ethics, Rio Sedgwick. Suki Sun. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the award of postgraduate diploma in professional legal practice, Ariane Melrose Nemo. Megan O'Neill. Kathleen Ann Primrose Rourke. Simon Rood. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science in Book History and Material Culture, Charlie Cowart. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science by Research, Sarah Simpson.
I call upon Professor Jonathan Hearn, Professor of Political and Historical Sociology, to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Senatus Academicus, I have the honor to present for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science in Social Science, Professor John Peter Scott, CBE. One of the greatest themes of John Scott's sociology is social networks, the complex webs of human interconnections through which the things we do get done. He developed this concept early on in his innovative research on capitalism, classes, elites, and corporate power in Scotland and elsewhere. The image of the network proves to be a powerful tool for the understanding of the actual evolving ligaments of power in society, a tool John helped develop for others in his methodological writings on social networks and on documentary research needed to help construct them. John has also made very important contributions to our understanding of sociological theory and its history. In keeping with the image of the network, he does this not as a timeless account of free-floating ideas, but as a living tradition of thought carried by diverse thinkers from Patrick Geddes to Talcott Parsons. He has helpfully mapped generations of debates around the critical concept of power in the social sciences. In treating such ideas, he conveys a sense of how each theorist is positioned as an actor in a social network of historically evolving arguments, in which ideas rise and fall and return in new forms. Of course, our appreciation of John extends to his own role as a valued member of the social networks that make up professional sociology. Sociologists can be harsh critics of each other's work. In the 1960s, when John started studying sociology, the field was said to resemble the Wild West. But to the extent that that analogy still holds, then John would be the upright and dependable sheriff. His preparedness to draw attention to uncomfortable truths, the rigor with which he has researched them, and the respect shown to others with whom he has engaged in debate have all earned him the esteem of his colleagues, his peers, the students, and the wider society. That's why this is not the first time that John's achievements have been formally acknowledged, recognizing in particular his standing as a researcher, a teacher, a contributor to professional associations, and to academic assessment and planning exercises. John deserves recognition not only for what he has done, but also for the way in which he has done it. When he recounts his career, words like accidental and fortunate figure prominently in a narrative that highlights how he seized opportunities that unexpectedly came his way. Such modesty hides his ability to engage constructively with people from all parts of the numerous networks that have been fortunate to have him as a member. It is also that we celebrate today. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now invite you to confer on Professor John Peter Scott the honorary degree of Doctor of Science in Social Science.
By the authority vested in me, I admit you to the degree. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, academic colleagues, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I thank the University for the great honour of the award of an honorary degree of Doctor of Science in Social Sciences, and I thank the laureator for his kind words about my academic career and my research interests. Graduation ceremonies are always wonderful occasions on which to celebrate the achievements of those who have worked so hard towards their well-deserved degrees. Of course, I have not worked towards my degree today, and I would like to say a few words to those of you who have. Over the last 2 years or so, you've been studying under the most difficult circumstances. You came to study at one of the world's greatest universities, but have had to cope with the closure of libraries and archives, with lockdown restrictions on research opportunities, on regular contacts with academic staff and with your fellow students. In short, with the loss of many of those things that have been central to the university experience. And your achievements under these circumstances are truly remarkable, and it's very humbling to receive my honorary degree at the same time as those of you who have endured such conditions and done so well. I hope that you have nevertheless been able to enjoy much of the great tradition of social science work at Edinburgh with the support of your dedicated staff. The social sciences have a long and brilliant history at Edinburgh. This might be traced back in many respects to the days of Adam Ferguson and the Scottish Enlightenment, perhaps to the Edinburgh School of Sociology started by Patrick Geddes, but certainly for many of the subjects here today, to the founding of the School of Social Study and Training in 1918, the basis from which sociology, social policy, social work, and many other related groups within the School of Social and Political Science developed. In my own area, this was the base from which Tom Burns established a productive sociology group working in such areas as race and ethnic relations, industrial organisation, urbanism, social studies in science and technology, and many other areas that have built an international reputation for Edinburgh sociology and the social sciences. This vibrant research tradition continues in the diverse areas studied by staff today, and I'm immensely proud of my honorary degree. It's a connection with that tradition that allows me to build on the links I already have with my academic colleagues here. Thank you once again, Vice-Chancellor, for the honour bestowed upon me, and once again my sincerest congratulations to all my fellow graduates.
I call again upon Professor Richard Backstrom, Deputy Head of the School of Social and Political Science.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Social Work, with honours. Jenna Andrews. Lily Avia. Maya Cohen. Amy Duffy. Kayreen Fleming. Zara Leonie Ford. Kira Foster. Sarah Janse van Rensburg. Sophie Kerr. Zara Mason. Bethany McNeil. Bryony Morkill. Amber Murray. Laura O'Callaghan. Peter Moyo Stella Parazda. Kim Richards. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in the same name and by the same authority, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Arts with honours in Government, Policy and Society with Quantitative Methods. Hannah Van